Hello and welcome to my shopping trip in Cheltenham. So I thought I'd do a little intro first because there's a few things I need to say about Cheltenham and about me. Firstly, if you haven't already noticed, my voice is a bit weird because earlier this week I had a really bad sore throat, like awful sore throat. It was really bad yesterday, and today's the first day where it's actually not so bad. Like it doesn't hurt as much, it's not great, but it's a lot better than what it has been. Today, as I'm filming this, it is the 10th of July, which means it's my birthday. Today I am 29, which is a little bit weird because obviously it's the last time I would turn 20 something. Don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. Yeah, it's weird, it is weird. Obviously next July I will be 30. Yeah, I'll be 30 years old. I have the day off work today, so I thought I would take you into Cheltenham and do a little bit of book shopping and maybe some other little bits of shopping, I don't know yet. So yeah, I'm just going to go on my own. A little bit about Cheltenham, if you don't already know. I'm not going to go into the history or anything, don't worry, because even I don't know the history, but it's not too far from where I live. I don't want to give away my address or anything, but yeah, it's not too far from where I live. It is a really lovely town area. Would I recommend you go to Cheltenham if you're a book lover? I mean, I wouldn't go out of your way for it, I will say. Hopefully this video might make you want to think about that, I don't know. What I would say though is if you're in or around the area, I would say definitely go to Cheltenham town. I do find, and this is kind of a local's favourite, going to Bath Road is really nice. They have lots of independent shops and charity shops, so I would recommend you go there. It's not massive, by the way, Bath Road. It is literally a road stretch, and on either side it has like independent and charity shops. So yeah, again, highly recommend if you do get the chance. Try not to go around the peak seasons. Cheltenham is known for Cheltenham races, the horse racing, so try not to go around those time periods because yeah, it gets extremely busy around that time, especially with traffic and things like that. So yeah, just be wary of that. Where am I going to go today? Wow, this is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess. If you don't want to know, then skip ahead. But I am going to go to, I think, if all goes well, I'm going to plan to go to about 5 bookshops. One of them is called Rossiter Books, which is an independent bookshop. It's one of my favourite ones that are local to me. I also plan to go to Hatchard's, which isn't independent, it is a chain, but there's not many of them. I think they're only really available in the big cities, so I'm going to go there. I think, I could be wrong with that, but I think they are. Then, did I say 5 bookshops? It might be slightly less actually, I'm not sure. And I plan, which I mentioned earlier about Bath Road, there is a charity bookshop which obviously sells books. It's called Oxfam, so I'm going to probably go there. There is also another one in Cheltenham, I think that's also just a charity bookshop. And then you have Waterstones and The Works, which I will be going to. That's it, guys. So I'm gonna head off in a bit, and then after I'm going to show you my haul, what I bought. Maybe I won't buy a lot, maybe I will, I don't know, but I'll definitely have a good time. Oh, and I'm going to show you my outfit because I think it's really cute. It's the first time I proper wore this dress. Like I said, it's really hot at the moment here in the UK. It's going to be about 30 degrees. There you go, guys, I'm showing you my fit. You can't quite see, I don't know, maybe I might put it in the mirror later, but I really do love this dress. It's very flattering. It's really good as well if you've got bigger boobs, because it's you don't have to wear a bra. From a place called Scarlet Darkness. I got it actually from Amazon, but yeah, I love it, it's so flattering. 11 books later. Not long got back, I bought 11 books. I'm going to go through them with you all now.
It is so hot out there.
I'm sweating. I will go through my pile and I am going to tell you how much, like obviously where I got them from, but also how much they were, and that's not to brag or anything like that. It is just clearly to just be transparent with you guys. Now normally I would not spend this much. Nearly all of those looking at that pile are brand new. I think there's only one or two that are secondhand, which is usually the other way around for me. I usually buy secondhand. But it's my birthday, okay, so it is a treat, and like I said, I don't normally spend this much. I would have liked to vlog a little bit more, but I feel a bit awkward doing it in public, if you know what I mean. So I don't know what kind of clips I have. It might be quite quick, it might be quite long, I don't know. All I know is I did feel a little bit awkward, especially in the more smaller sort of independent shop. I'm sure they would have been fine with it, but I just, you know, I feel a bit awkward. Oh, and that's another thing I completely forgot, and I'm really, really sorry. So this next one I'm going to show you, this was actually from a bookshop called the British Red Cross bookshop, and this is the one I mentioned on Bath Road, but I called it Oxfam. So I will correct that in my video, and I'll edit it and correct the thing. But yes, it's not actually that, it's called the Oxfam bookshop. No, it's not. See, I did it again. It's called the British Red Cross Bookshop. But this is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. So this is obviously a paperback, and I mentioned in one of my last videos, I'm looking to build my collection up a little bit and reread some of Roald Dahl. So yeah, I wanted to read this. This was £1.70, so it's not too bad. I don't really think it's £1.70. I think it should have been about £1, maybe less, but... So this next one is, I got 3 books from Hatchards, and I've got my receipt in front of me. Which came to a total of £29.97. This one isn't on my TBR, but I saw this one and it sounded really interesting. And this is called The Library of Heartbeats by Laura Amai Messina. Really love that front cover as well, and I thought it sounded really cute. So listen to this. On the peaceful Japanese island of Teshimir, there is an archive where the heartbeats of visitors from all around the world are collected. In this small, isolated building, the heartbeats of people who are still alive or have already passed away continue to echo. Several miles away, in the ancient city of Kamakura, 2 lonely souls meet, 40-year-old Shishi and 8-year-old Kenta. Shishi and Kenta discover they share a bond that will tie them together for life. Their journey will lead them to Teshimir and to the Library of Heartbeats. It sounded really cute, and yeah, to find what you have lost, you must listen to your heart. I think this is going to be sad. I think it's going to make me cry. I predict a 4 or 5 star. I did read the first little bit like I always do if I'm not sure about new books, and it did sort of get me. So as in like, okay, I'm interested, you got me. I don't normally read a lot of books set in, is it Japan? Yeah, set in Japan. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm branching out, guys. Oh, and I forgot to mention, sorry, so this is £9.99. So then I bought Watership Down by Richard Adams. So this is a 40th anniversary edition. Now, I've never read Watership Down, but I'm intrigued. If you don't know what Watership Down is, nor do I, it's a book about rabbits. I don't know where to start with this story because it's not what it seems. I think it's not really, it's really hard because it is targeted at kids, I think, or at least it was, but it's not anymore because it's deemed as a bit too kind of adult themed and gory. It's essentially about power dynamics and authorization. I cannot say that word. Authority, essentially, kind of like hierarchy thing, but it's all based on like rabbits, and I think it's got like a bit of a capitalistic theme as well. It's quite kind of chunky, actually. It's like nearly, oh my goodness, it's nearly 400 odd pages long, not 450. I do like that front cover. I think that's really pretty. I did want to look for like a really nice special edition one, but they didn't really have one. I don't know what the 40th anniversary edition, I think, is it just the cover that's different? Is there bonus chapters or anything? I don't know. Apparently the author said that there is no allegory with this and that it was just a random story that he told to his kids one day. He was literally like, it's not that deep. But this one's going to be interesting because you're all going to roll your eyes, but I am kind of desperate to read this because everyone has been talking about this. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've not read this. I've not read any Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I feel like I can't really call myself a reader because I just haven't read any of her books. I have seen Daisy Joan and the Six, the Amazon series. It was okay. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just fine. So yeah, and I think this, if I believe this is being made into a movie, you better not be lying to me, guys. This cost £9.99 from Hatchards, so you guys better not be lying to me about this. You better not be lying to me. It better be good. It better make me feel. I don't really know what it's about other than I think it's a little bit inspired by like Marilyn Monroe. I presume it's about a Hollywood star who's had quite a troubled life in like the 50s or 60s or something like that, in the 80s as well, or leaving the show business in the 80s. So yeah, I have no idea. I think, is she gay as well? Does she have like a gay relationship or something, and like she had to hide it or something? Okay, so I had to just check this one because I thought I bought more than this. So this was at Rossiter Books. Now Rossiter Books, as I mentioned earlier, it's an independent bookshop, and they have a few more branches. There's not just one in Cheltenham. I think there's some in like Moreton and Marsh, and like there's other little places, I think. So yeah, and this one you probably heard me mention this in my other wrap up or whatever it was called, my June vlog I think it was, but this is Ruth Jones with Love Untold. So I really love Ruth Jones. I did mention a lot in my June vlog, so I'm not going to go too much into her. I don't know anything about this book. All I know is I love that one book by her. This was also £9.99. Yeah, what's it about actually? I didn't even read it. I might not even like this trope. Let's see. Grace is about to turn 90 and she doesn't want parties or presents or fuss. Hang on a minute. I just realised I bought the same book twice. I do have this book, guys.
How stupid.
I have bought that twice. Wow, that's the first time I've ever done that.
You know why it's got me? Because this is a different colour. This is blue.
Yeah, I'm annoyed with myself. That's my problem. That is totally my problem. So then we have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I have read this before. I want to reread it again. I'm sure everyone knows this book because it's very popular, but if you don't, it's kind of like a science fiction, which I don't normally do, except it's not. But I really want to reread it because I think it is probably what I would say it's one of my favourite books. When people ask me what's one of my favourite books, I always say this. And I know a lot of people don't like this as much. I'm one of those people that always asks the meaning of life. I always think, why are we here? What would happen if this happened? Or if I just said that, or if I just did that? And this book goes through that, it explores that in such a good way. Okay, so this one was from the Oxfam bookshop, which is in Cheltenham town. It's near where John Lewis is. And I saw this, and this is a bit of a cover buy for me, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings. I've not read this. I love that front cover, and I've not got any really LGBT, well, not enough LGBT rep. This was in a charity shop for £3.50, which I think is a little steep. I haven't heard much about this. Let's read it together. So, winning the lottery ruined Opal Devlin's life. She may have been able to leave her dead-end job, but now she's getting endlessly bombarded with people knocking at her door for a handout, and she can't seem to stop saying yes. Opal realises she has a chance to follow her own dreams and decides to spend almost all her new money on a failing flower farm in North Carolina, where she can start her painting business. And then I think somehow they meet each other, and obviously it's Suffolk. I love that front cover. I think it's beautiful. We'll see how this is. I think it's cute. So then I went to Waterstones and I spent £34.96 altogether. I'll talk about these two because these were in the deal together. So this was buy one get one half price. I can't remember the exact price because I'm trying to read the receipt and it doesn't really say. And I'm going to take this sticker off because I don't like the sticker. Oh, it's got all weird. You're a bookseller and you do this and you have a sticker. Why? So this is Morris and Marilyn by Sophie Elmhurst. A bit of a sucker for memoirs or like real life stories, and I had to get this because listen to this. Bored by the 1970s suburban life, Morris and Marilyn plan their escape, sell the house, build a boat, set sail for New Zealand. Then, halfway around the world, their beloved boat is struck by a whale and the pair are cast adrift in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Alone on a tiny raft, their love is put to the test. Guys, that sounds really interesting. Now, I'm a bit worried that this is going to be a little bit like the controversy of the soul path. Are they middle class, rich people? Or even upper class? Probably. Am I going to feel sorry for them?
Probably not.
Getting knocked off by a whale? That's insane. How the frick do you do that? Like, I guess it was the 70s. We will give that a go. Okay, now this one, this one's funny because I wasn't sure about this one for a long time. So this is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. So I wanted the paperbacks. I don't do hardbacks. And I love, even if this book is rubbish, look at that front cover. Beautiful. I love a good cozy book. It's kind of my thing at the moment. A lot of people talk about this. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I do like the Dream Harbour series, so I think I might be okay with this. I would have liked a sprayed edge. I would have liked a sprayed. I would have actually preferred a sprayed edge edition. Oh my god, why? Why did that take so long for me to say? Love the colour palette. And you guys better not be lying to me because this is a book that I put off for a while. So I was like, I don't know, and I didn't put it on my TBR, but it's my birthday. I saw it. It was in paperback form. I thought, I've got to get it. I just read the blurb and it says Belladonna Blackthorn. If that's not a witchy name, I don't know what is. So it's British, it's about witches, and it's cozy. Now normally I don't do witchy kind of supernatural stuff, I tend to shy away from it, but I've heard so much, and I don't think it's like, I think it's set in real time, so it's not like a fantasy magical land. I don't think so. I think it's very much set in real time and she practices it in secret, so I don't mind that so much. I don't mind magic realism, is that what it's called? It's when it's more like, it is a high fantasy essentially, I do struggle with, so I think I'm going to be okay with this. So what hooked me with this is I read the blurb and it says, but when her 30th birthday brings a summons from her coven. So I was like, okay, I'm nearly turning 30, I'm turning 30 next year, so I feel like maybe I ought to read that nearer the time. Last 2 books. So we have, and I'm going to see the price for these, so this was £8.99. Now this one is, okay, so let me just tell you what it is first. So this is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Now I've been looking everywhere for this physical copy because my husband's read this and he quite liked it. He said it was okay. We watched the movie fairly recently and we thought it was okay. I wanted the actual physical version because it's got like photos in it. And if you don't know what this book is about, oh yeah, look, so there you go. The author actually based his book around these old photos that he found about these really kind of weird children, and they each have like these supernatural gifts, and they go to this school, I guess, and yeah, and it goes from there. Normally, this is something I would not go for. It's not really for me. Sorry, my neighbour is outside, I can hear them, and I feel a bit awkward because I don't know if they can hear me talking to myself about books. Anyway, I will give that a go. I don't know if I'm going to like it. And again, it's a series, so I don't normally go for series. And I don't go for supernatural stuff. So this was £9.99 and this is The House That Horror Built by Christina Henry. I wanted to get this because it sounded really good. I think I haven't heard great things about this. But again, I will give it a go. So this is about a single mum and she loves her horror movies and she's offered a job cleaning for horror director Javier Costello. Imagine that's you. Imagine you are a single parent and you get offered a job as a cleaning person at your favourite horror movie directors. Like, you would take that, wouldn't you? I would. Love that front cover. Again, these front covers are actually really good, what I've got. So I'll give it a go. I don't know if I'm gonna love it. I do like a good horror book. It was kind of embarrassing because you can see how varied my book taste is, and like the woman that was serving me Waterstone, she was like, it's a bit of a selection you got there. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like,
That's kind of what I'm about.
so yeah, I'm happy. I've spoiled myself. I spent way too much. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry it's a little bit short and sweet. Like I said, I would have liked to have a little bit longer in Cheltenham, but I'm still not feeling 100%. It's really hot outside. I did my best, okay? Thank you for watching and I hope you have a brilliant day.